Well, it's a rainy day. The river is way up. I've never seen it this up. I was editing some video and stuff. Thought I'd just come down and see what it's like. Of course, it's a Saturday and everybody and their brothers down here, even though it is raining. So I think I'll get out and see what it looks like. So I'm going to have to voice over some of this. So you don't hear all the rain and the windshield wipers and the door dinging. So anyway, right here, I decide to, looks pretty decent. I decided to grab my cast net and bucket and see if I can get a few shad. Because, without shad, I'm not even thinking about fishing. But I got some in this area yesterday, and all I need is just a couple shad. And so there's a slackwater area right here by me, and that's usually where the shad will be. The current pushes them to the banks, and any slow water, they'll hold up there. And so I decided to try it. The problem is you can't see from where you're at, but this is a high bank normally. And right now the water is so high that the bank is only 3 to 4 foot out of water now. And all them roots coming out down below grab your net and really give you a bad time if you're not careful. So I'm not letting it sink all the way. Like I said, I just need a couple shad. I end up getting 7 shad, and they're good sized shad. So with that, I decided, hey, I brought my rod and reels. I might as well just try it, right? What's the worst can happen? I set inside a warm pickup, stay dry, and watch a couple rods. And just like that, 2 throws, 7 big old shad. So maybe I'll give her a try. I'm sure I'm gonna get wet. I do have a rain jacket someplace. I think it's in my work car. Anyway, I think I'll set 2 rods out, see what I get. Okay, so I'm getting the rods here and set out here and getting my bait cut and this is the first cast right here. So we'll see how it goes. And actually, this first bite came so fast that I thought, well, maybe it was just the sinker getting dislodged. And then I thought, no, it never, that is not a sinker getting dislodged pole movement. Once you've done this, you can tell when a sinker is getting dislodged, bouncing along bottom when you're getting a bite. So, yeah, like 30 seconds in, I get the first bite. And that's should have gave me quite the prediction of how the day would go. And so this is just about where some tragedy struck. I'm still focused on trying to get that second rod out. And, I'm just not expecting what comes next. And I keep telling myself I need to invest in some decent rod holders, and I probably will. But there's no rocks around. Usually I put a rock on the base, and these rod holders I use, they're aluminum. They're kind of flimsy, but they've worked for so long. And I think I get a bite there. No, actually, I think I hit my rod with a sinker, and I'm not really concerned. In retrospect, I think it was really a bite because I don't think I hit the pole with a sinker. So so I kind of ignore it. And like I said, I'm focused on trying to get this rod out. I want to set it to the shallow water, where a little slacker water out of the current. They can might be some channels in there. Who knows? And right in here is where there it goes. Just about lost the big rod. Of course, the fish ain't there when I finally get to set the hook. So right then I should have just left that other rod alone and went with one rod. But I'm hard-headed, and sometimes it takes me a little while to learn a lesson. So I get the big rod baited up again, and I'm about to throw her out. So we'll see how this one goes. And the setup I'm using is a three-way setup with a 6-ounce weight, and it's just about perfect for this current because it's only rolling a little wall before it sets, which is great. If I'd been using a 4-ounce, it'd been going quite a ways down the river before it set. But this is only going probably, I don't know, 10 feet before it grabs something, sets, and so my bait is out towards the center rather than, you know, down along the bank on down the river, because it's floated down that way. And so here I am trying to get this one set back out again, and it hadn't been out no time before it gets hammered again. And it's taken me a little while to get dialed in here. I missed the first few fish, and then so I'm still kind of unbelievable that they're biting this quick, and just have to get my mojo on here and get ready and start. You know, like I said earlier, I should just left the other rod alone. I was, you know, still thinking about it in the back of my mind instead of paying attention to what I need to be paying attention to. So I get this and throw them back out, and I realized that these rod holders aren't going to work because I had nothing to put on the butt of them. I tried to put a log, but it kept rolling off. So I'm looking at my grill. This guy told me once he knew a guy who had rod holders welded to his brush guard so he could fish like this. Well, I don't have rod holders welded there, and while I'm trying to figure this out, I get another bite, and I dialed in on this one and set the hook good on him. So this is the first one of several today. It's just one of those days you needed to be on the water. slowed down. I don't know. I mean, you seen how fast it was. I guess I need to turn their wipers back on. Okay, let's see if we can get a second pole out. I don't know if I can keep 2 rods out. Man, this is some of the best fishing I've had all year. Now right here you see me set the hook on one, and I could have swore I had this fish, and then it's not there, and I just assumed that he got off. And when I reel it in, you can see that the it was the hook that broke, or I mean the leader to the hook that broke. Um, yeah, I've had this problem last couple of weeks with this 40-pound orange big game. It's just, and most of these are snails, so there's not like a hard knot like a improved clinch or something. See, I just broke it off. So I tie on a VMC river hook after this with an improved clinch knot because I'm in a hurry. Honestly, I just want to get back to catching fish. Well, but okay, why is my camera not rigged? Okay, so anyway, there's a I don't think you can see the log from where you're at, but there was a log coming down the river, and I thought I had my line above it. Then I thought I got a hit, but I thought the log, no, that log jerking pretty good, and I set the hook. And I snagged that catfish, and he got me into the log, so I was fighting him and the log. Oh my gosh, it's starting to rain again. What a day. I mean, I haven't been here probably an hour. I don't know how many fish I've got now, but it's crazy. And I just went to one rod. I broke the hook off that little 10-footer, and you know, it's just crazy. It's just one of those crazy days that, you know, days that you think you probably won't do good. You better go every chance you get. I'm gonna get out here and try to catch a couple more. I could fill a freezer. I've seen some guys down there with 5 and 6 rods out. I don't know how you keep 5 and 6 rods out. I really don't. What I'm doing is sticking my rod. I have a grill guard, and I'm sticking the butt into between the grill guard and the bumper, because as you've seen earlier, I almost lost that yellow rod. And they seem to have cut the water back. It's not flowing quite like it was, and I'm not getting the bites like I was when I first got here, but they're still biting pretty good. So let's see if we can get a couple more. I'm gonna get out and try to catch a few more. Man, I tell you, I'm breaking hooks, a lot of hooks off those at 40-pound trilene big game. You've seen other videos where the hooks broke, and those aren't knots. Those are like snailed. So there's really no reason they should be breaking off. But I broke 2 off here today, and it's 40-pound trilene and a snail. So now I have a improved clinch knot on this VMC river hook. So I don't know. I didn't want to take time to make another snail, so I just threw a real fast clinch knot on there, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I would normally record like this, but I don't want to get my cameras wet. So anyway, let me go see if I can catch another one.
up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
That was the nicest one I've had in a while. See, it's trying to rain again. Yeah, that's 2.5, 3 pounder right there.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up, really gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Well, that was the best one of the day, and I forgot to show y'all. Okay, and with that one, I'll tell you folks, I am wore out. Throwing that 6 ounce piece of lead out there for 2.5 hours wore me out. And so I'm just wrapping things up here, getting ready to go. Um, it's been a great day. They were still biting when I left. I'm sure I was out of shad. I was using the little pieces of shad. The tail sections, I was cutting the skin off one side and then cutting the tail off, because I don't use that last, half inch of shad or whatever normally by the tail. I like the head and the center sections with some guts in it, which usually go flying out as soon as you cast it. But that's the part I like, and so I'm just I typically don't use that. I didn't want to throw the cast net anymore. I was wore out. I mean, that's them things had me running there for a little bit, and I didn't bring nothing to drink. I didn't expect to stay down there 2.5 hours. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't take nothing to drink, and so I just went down there. I had a blast, but yeah, wish I'd been a little bit more prepared. This river is one of my favorite places to fish. This is the Neosho River here in Oklahoma, and it needs current to be really good. I'm wrapping it up here and just about ready to take off. I'm done. I got down here at 2 o'clock, and it is 4:24 right now. I caught all those fish in 2.5 hours. I don't know if it shows up or they'll show up or not, but my gosh. And the bites. Now I could keep 2 rods out. But you seen when I first got here, I couldn't even get that other rod out without just, see my bobber stops up there on the perfect example of go when you can. You never know. I just threw the rods in the back of the truck. Cast net, thought I'd come down here like I did that one morning. Only that morning I didn't even take cameras. And had a darn good morning. We don't get stuck in here. So man, I've never fished that particular spot in the river. I fish where everybody else does. Make sure she's out 4-wheel drive. Shouldn't need her from here on out. So yeah, I'll get home and see if this video turned out. If not, I still had a hell of a time. Man, I would have had a mess of fish if I'd kept them. I cringe at all the cleaning that had been going on. So anyway, thank y'all for watching.